Ag PhD full episodes and more are now available on Acres TV, the newest ag platform connecting you to fields of information. Look for us on watchacrestv.com.
Recently on our Ag PhD radio show, we had a caller call in and ask, hey, is there any legislation out there that anyone spraying Roundup has to notify downwind people? And we said, why would there be legislation? Roundup is proven to not cause cancer, and it's way safer than a lot of the things you come in contact with every day. Just as an example, real quick, you may pump gasoline in your car every day. Did you know that there's benzene in that gasoline that's a proven cancer causer? Yet I see a lot of people going up to the gas pump. They aren't wearing personal protective equipment, Darren.
I've never seen anybody wear personal protective equipment.
They come in contact with the gasoline and then they go grab some food from inside the convenience store. They've literally put something that causes cancer right in their mouth. And then we're complaining about Roundup that's proven to not cause cancer? Come on. The reason why we're bringing this up today is because during our Farm Basics time, we wanted to talk just a little about fear. There is so much bad information thrown out to you every day, whether it's about pesticides or biotechnology or anything we're doing in agriculture. It's sad. We feel bad that all that nonsense is out there, but we wanted to discuss it just a little bit on our show.
Well, you think about what's going on right now, and I'm not going to blame social media, but I'll just say this. You can find out all kinds of stuff from the internet, and it doesn't necessarily have to be true. But how do they get you to click? How do they get you to watch? How do they get you to listen? Well, most times it's by either making you upset or making you scared. And a lot of the things that are out there about farming and using crop protection products, well, there's a lot of uncertainty out there. People really don't understand them. So unfortunately, as a society, we're pretty susceptible to, you know what, gosh, whatever a farmer's doing in the field, it's a scary thing and it's a bad thing, when in many cases it's really not.
That's right. There's no product we use on our farm that's even half as dangerous as many of the household cleaners that I find right below most people's kitchen sinks. Then when you talk about biotechnology, did you know that in order to have both the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines produced, approved, used, everything over in Europe, they had to change their GMO laws. They had GMOs banned in Europe. Well, they were banning biotechnology. You can't ban biotechnology. It's saving millions of people around the world. So as soon as the big companies said, guys, you got to change your laws here, otherwise you don't get the shot, well, then they changed their laws. So if you look at, even go back to BT corn that came out about 30 years ago, there's no problem with BT corn. It's a natural protein that you can even spray over the top of organic crops. It's just fine to spray that protein over the crop, but all of a sudden when it's produced inside the plant, now that's a problem? Come on. So a lot of this is just bad information, misinformation, and scare tactics, and that's why we just think this is such an important topic.
I think it's important to understand that most farms across the country, a huge percentage of farms across the country, are family farms with people who live on the farm, drink their water every day from the well that's underneath that farm. Farmers want to have things safe. Farmers are raising their families here on this ground. So don't believe all those scare tactics that you hear.
So if you ever run across anything where you go, I wonder if this is true or not, please send that to us and ask us. We'll send you back the truth, the facts, the actual information, rather than this nonsense, the propaganda, and the scare tactics that you're typically going to find out there.
Well, Brian, one thing that is a little bit scary is our weed of the week. If it's out in your field, you don't want it there. It's going to take away your crop yield. We'll show you how to stop this tough weed coming up later in the show.